Empty Tomb, written by Rudo Muzondo. Chapter 2. Death Angel. In that instance, Genie saw himself out of his body, and he momentarily looked at it in awe. He made frantic attempts to go back, but the Death Angel beckoned. Your soul can never go back to your body anymore, but you shall not wholly die. The greater part of you, your spirit man, will continue the journey. Panic-stricken, Genie managed to utter a few words, negotiating with the Death Angel, trying to strike a business deal to go back to his body. My guy, he stammered a little out of fear and desperation. I can give you whatever amount of money you want. Let's negotiate. How much do you want in exchange for life so I can go back? The Death Angel laughed spitefully. I know you were a savvy businessman on Earth, but in this spirit world, there are no deals. The currency is life and blood, not money. I have got your soul. I have what I want already. Listen, my guy. Genie glanced across the Death Angel. He couldn't stand looking at its abominable, creepy figure. It had the blackest eyes he had ever seen, blank, pale, emotionless face. My guy. Let's make a deal. I will. Before Genie could finish the sentence, he was rudely and cunningly interrupted by the Death Angel. With a smirk on its face, "Oh, little one, come with me. Your earthly life is done. Forget the money, forget the lifestyle you had, forget everything. Your earthly life is done." Profound sadness crept in Genie's soul. Somewhere in between a sob and a scream, an avalanche of spiritual tears fell uncontrollably and unstoppably. He felt so incapable, he was pushed past endurance, his soul was immobilized with sadness and terror. Dominated by profound fear, chaotic spilling hot tears flooded his face without pause. His soul was in anguish, and it couldn't be comforted. He was desperate for someone to wake him up, to tell him it was a nightmare, to tell him it wasn't real. He put his hands on his chest, expecting his heart to be thumping, but there was nothing there, not even a beat. Souls don't carry hearts. The Death Angel moved closer to him as if it wanted to comfort him and sardonically whispered into Genie's ear, "Save your tears, you little one. I will reap your sorrow slowly. I have enough time with you to discover the things that make you whimper." It raised its hand in a magical gesture, and a huge, ghastly gleam ancient raven appeared, and the Death Angel rode on its back and coldly muttered, "I will allow you to roam around till the day your earthly body gets buried. You will be amongst your people, but no one will see you or hear you, but you will see and hear everything. I will come to collect you to the new realm awaiting you." Satirically, the Death Angel burped out a haunting laugh and shouted, "Adios, my guy, your life, my TV." Echoes of deafening, cunning chuckles followed as it winked at him and venomously shouted, "I will be watching you." Adjusting its black psychopomp robe, it maleficently grinned and signaled the raven, and they flew into the mystical mystics. Distraught, weary, and deflated, Genie looked at his lifeless body pityingly as it lay on the grass. He watched his best friend grieve in terror and deep hurt. He watched people coming in numbers taking pictures and videos of his lifeless body that was covered in blood, grass, and soil. He made many attempts to go back to his body, but his soul whispered to the lifeless body, "I can't help you, my former companion. I am a collateral damage to your earthly choices. We are separated now by the realms of the spirit, and it is impossible to go back to your body, for we are in two different worlds now." Bewildered and terror-stricken, trying to figure out how to function with just his soul and his spirit without his physical body, he went into a flow of coded and symbolic dialogue with his spirit. His spirit bravely whispered to his soul, "Don't be afraid of your fears, have courage, my companion." His soul anguishedly whispered back, "I wish to break free from that which prisons me. Guide me, my spirit, help me focus on what I am supposed to do now, not what I fear. Lead me." The soul needed the wisdom of the spirit. It needed guidance in knowing that obeying the spirit brings liberation. The dialogue was abruptly interrupted by sorrowful weeping and wailing a few meters away from him. It was the souls of his friends who had also gone through similar experiences with the Death Angel. They were all given time to roam around till their bodies were buried. Traumatized, they wept together in terror and disbelief. They couldn't believe that they were all dead just like that. They wept bitterly over what could have been if they hadn't died. They spoke of their families, friends, and the plans they had for the future. With their emotions bare, naked, and unshielded, their souls yearned for an intensified, dire need for comfort, peace, and rest. Embittered by death, their souls wept, wailed and grieved in unification unstoppably. Their earthly memories were forever cursed by what could have and what would have if they hadn't died.